He knows where you are. He knows who you are. He's thinking about you. There's nothing that you're challenged with today, whether it's a financial challenge or a family domestic situation or a health issue. He knows who you are. He knows what you're going through. He knows where you are, and He knows how long you've been going through it. He knew. And then in John chapter 6 and verse 61, when Jesus knew within Himself, His disciples murmured. Turn to somebody and say, uh-oh. That means He knows when you're complaining. He knows when you're murmuring. And then in the same chapter, John 6:64, some of you believe not. For Jesus knew from the beginning who they were that believed not and who would betray Him. In John 13:1, Jesus knew that His hour had come, that He should depart out of the world. And then in John 16:19, Jesus knew that they were desiring to ask Him questions. He knew. He always knows. There's some things you never want to hear Jesus say. You never want to hear Jesus say, Matthew 25:12, verily I say unto you, I know you not. Let's pause a minute. He's actually going to say that to people at the judgment. I know you not. In Luke 3 and verse 27, I know you not. Depart from me, workers of iniquity. I never knew you. In Luke 5 and 42, I know you that you have not the love of God in you. He knows if I have the love for God and the love of God in my heart. I can't fool Him with being religious. I can't fool Him by playing church. He knows if I have the love of God in my heart. He knows when He sees us, if we have a love for Him, if we love to worship Him, if we spend time with Him, if we talk with Him. You say, but Pastor, I've made mistakes. That's all right. He can deal with that. But He looks deep inside to see, do you still love me? That's what He asked the Apostle Peter in John 21 after he failed. He said, do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? And finally, Simon Peter said, you know, Lord, you know all things in John 21. He said, you know I love you. And he said, you do love me. And then he gave him his next instructions. In John 10, in verse 14, he said, I am the good shepherd, and I know my sheep. My sheep hear my voice. Verse 27, and I know them. John 13 and 18, I speak not to you all. I know who I have chosen. I know who is mine. In the 14th chapter, verse 7 and 9, if you had known me, you should have known my Father, because if you've seen Him, if you've seen me, you've seen Him. In Mark 13, heaven and earth will pass away, but my word shall not pass away. But of the day and the hour, no man knoweth when the Son of Man is coming. I'm telling you, there's some things that even Jesus said, I don't know, but the Father knows. And when He tells me I'm coming back for my bride, He knows us. He knows our heart. He knows if we love Him or not. He knows after a failure if we've repented or not. He knows if we've turned away, and He can trust us with an even greater assignment after we failed, because He looks deep in the heart. How many times do we say, I just don't know what to do? How many times do we wring our hands? How many times do we worry ourselves sick trying to figure out the problems? But can I tell you, God is never wringing His hands, and He's never worried. He knows. He knew what He would do. And I know this is a simple sermon, but I want to get some things settled here today, that whatever you're facing, whatever you're going through, I want you to know God never gets nervous. He's in control. Acts 15, known unto God is all His works from the beginning of creation. He's always known. It's not catching Him by surprise. From the beginning of the world, he knew that he would be the Lamb of God slain before the foundation of the earth. He knew what he would do. When you read the story of Rachel, she had a son named Esau and a twin named Jacob. Jacob would become the father of the 12 tribes of Israel. But Esau fell in love with a Canaanite woman that worshiped other gods, and the mother said, if my second son Jacob, or the second born in the twin situation, if he marries a Canaanite woman, I'd rather be dead. Have you ever read that? That one that he married has so driven me crazy that if my other one marries a crazy woman like that worshiping devils, I just can't handle it. Watch God. So Joseph gets a dream from God. His brothers get jealous. They rip the coat of many colors off. Favor was all over him, and they despised them. They dug a pit, or one was already there, and they threw him in the pit, sold him to the Ishmaelites. But God knows what he's doing. Even with injustice, thrown in a pit, thrown in a prison for 13 years for a crime he did not commit. God knew what he would do with every injustice, every attack. That's why when you get mad at flesh and blood, you're forfeiting your blessing. But if you'll say, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, he will repay, he'll bless you, and he'll take care of your enemies too. What I'm trying to preach to you is when they threw him in the pit, God knew what he was doing. When they brought false accusations and threw him into prison, God knew what he was doing. When he was forgotten by the butler and the baker, God knew what he was doing.